Hi, in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make your own custom stencils using Artrage's layer system. So the nice thing about this is you can use any color you want. It's not like stickers where you have to use a pure red. You can use any medium or any brush you want, and of course you'll get the benefits and the look of each different one. And then of course you'll be able to save your stencils so that you can start building up your own library so you can use them for really any project, and that's incredibly powerful. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, and the way stencils determine the way they work is through opacity. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a dark color like black, and I've got a watercolor brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw a little drip, and I'm going to do like a little triple drip, and it's just kind of simulate either spray paint dripping down or just watercolors dripping down. Okay, something like that. And again, I could spend a lot of time on this. Now what you want to look at before you actually make this into a stencil is whatever is dark is going to be completely black, or it's going to be completely opaque, and whatever is light, in this case closer to white, is going to be see-through, is going to be semi-transparent in the stencil. So I'm spending a little bit of time in making, you can see this long drip here, I'm making it kind of semi-transparent, and the watercolor brush does that very nicely because I'm going over it and it's just adding in some thinner. If you don't like the effect, you can lower the thinner or remove all of the thinner, and then you'll see that you'll get more paint as opposed to water. So there you go. Okay, so you can see that I've got a more opaque drip on the right and more opaque drip in the middle, and then a more semi-transparent drip on the left-hand side. So that's my drip. I'm going to come over here to my layers panel. I'm going to click on the layer menu for this particular layer, and down at the bottom you'll see it says new stencil from layer contents. The stencil is created. To move my stencil around, I can right mouse click and move it around. And now I can go ahead and I can choose anything. I can choose any color I want, make my brush a little bit bigger, and you'll see that I can just go ahead and brush in. And I can move much faster because it is a stencil, as long as I'm careful about going outside. And I can go ahead and play around with it. And there you go. The other nice thing that I can do, let me clear my layer. The other nice thing I can do is I can create a stencil with one medium. In this case I created it with watercolors, but then I can come back and choose a completely different medium. So now I'm choosing the oil paint, so I get the nice brush texture, and I'm going along but following the watercolor stencil. I might go ahead and get into some blending now. And now I can go ahead and I can do some blending. Again, all of the brushes will use and follow the stencil. So I can get some great blending now using the stencil along with the palette knife, and get some really nice colors mixing around inside there, and move it over. And you can see the result there. So not a masterpiece, but shows you how you can really combine things once they have been set up. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to show you in this tutorial is how you would go ahead and organize and save your custom-made stencil. So you're going to open up your stencils panel, and over here on the left-hand side I highly recommend that you go ahead and start making your own groups over here. You can put your stencils into the categories that are over here. So if they already go along with something like a rulers category or a textures category, feel free to go ahead and add them in there. Stencils pre-made, Artrage's pre-made stencils are locked, so you can't delete those, which is a nice safety net. And then yours would show up, and of course you can delete yours. So for this example I'm going to add a group, and I'll go ahead and call it watercolors. Hit OK. And that's pretty much it. I want to go ahead and now import my stencil, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So to add this into my collection over here, I'm going to right click on my stencil, You'll see that I've got the popular 3 modes right up at the top here. I've got all the cool stuff that I can do with it. I can flip it horizontally, I can flip it vertically, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and make it go back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just come down here and choose Add to Collection. It wants to know what collection is it going to go to, so I'm going to go ahead and click up here where it says Stencils, and come down here and choose my watercolors group that I just made, and I'm going to go ahead and call this Triple Drip. Now if you're going to make a series of stencils like watercolor drip, and you're going to make lots of them, I would suggest you start putting numbers in there, so like watercolor drip or drip 01, drip 02, 03, 04. Give them unique names, and that'll be nice. And then there you go, click on OK, and you'll see now it shows up there. I can remove this. I can even go ahead and leave this painting and start a brand new painting. Don't save. There we go. And you'll see that because, again, I made it and saved it, here it is. Now I can use it anytime I want. Okay, I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next video.